Anthropic ships between 60 and 100 updates to Claude Code every single day. Not every month, every day. Which means if you set it up 3 months ago and I haven't touched the config since, you're running a completely different tool to what is available now. I've gone through every update, every hidden command, every configuration option and pulled out the 10 that will genuinely change how your team works with it. Before we get into it, I'm V, founder of Agentic Lab. I use Claude Code every day building AI workflows for consultancies and other clients, and I've tested every one of these tips in the real projects. Chapters are in the description if you want to skip ahead. Now let's go. Number 1. This is the single most important file in your Claude project. Claude Code reads a file called CLAUDE.md at the start of every session. Think of it as a persistent system prompt baked into your repository. Most teams either skip it entirely or auto-generate the generic one. That's the biggest missed opportunity of Claude Code. So here how it works. There is a hierarchy: global, project root, directory level, and a local overrides. The global one lives in your home directory under .claude. That's your personal preferences, things like coding style, preferred frameworks. The project root one is the important one. This is what you commit to Git. This is what every developer on your team reads automatically. What goes into it? The tech stack, the folder structure, exact build, test, and lint commands. Your coding conventions, perhaps critical gotchas, like never commit your end file, always validate the webhook signatures, and so on. Consider keeping it under 500 lines. Beyond that, instruction follows degrades. Now run /init to generate the starter and then refine it by hand. Anthropic explicitly says do not auto-generate it. Commit it to version control and review it quarterly. This is how new team members inherit institutional knowledge from their first session. No onboarding doc needed. Number 2. The billing trap that could cost you thousands. Do this right now. Open your terminal and run env-pipe grep Anthropic. If you see API key, you have a problem. Here's what happens. If you have Anthropic API key set as an environment variable, Claude Code will bill against it as a pay-as-you-go API rates, even if you logged in with the Pro or Max subscription. It just doesn't warn you. It charges the API key. The one developer tracked 201 sessions over a single month. API cost over $5,600. The same usage on the Max plan, a couple $100 a month. Same work, same output, 56 times the cost. Remove that key from your environment immediately. Then run /status inside the Claude Code to verify your authentication method and use /cost to track each session and what it's costing you in real time. Team standard is 25 per seat. Team Premium is 125 per seat. So for 15-person consultancy with 5 developers, the team plan roughly costs you $500 to $625 a month. Number 3, the / commands and the shortcuts that nobody mentions. 3 keyboard shortcuts that genuinely change the workflow. First, Shift-Tab+. This cycles between normal mode, auto-accept, edit, plan mode, and the back to normal. Plan mode is the one that most people never discover. It lets Claude analyze and propose changes without actually modifying anything. Use it when you want to explore an approach before committing. Then switch to auto-accept when you're confident on what edits to flow without confirmation. Toggle mid-session. Don't commit to one mode upfront. Second command, /btw. Type /btw followed by a question and the answer comes back without interrupting your conversation history. Quick syntax check, quick reference, and without derailing the main task that you are working on. Third command is Ctrl+G. That opens your system text editor for composing prompts. For complex, multi-paragraph architectural instructions, this is dramatically better than typing in the terminal input line. Okay, bonus round. Escape stops Claude mid-action but preserves your context. Double escape opens the rewind menu to restore the previous state. Exclamation mark at the start runs a shell command and injects the output straight into the context. And the @ symbol gives you file path autocomplete for precise references. Okay, number 4. Manage your context window like a budget. This is where most people waste money and get worst results at the same time. Everything accumulates in the context window. Every message, every file Claude reads, every tool definition, every response. With Opus 4.6 on Max or Team plans, you get up to 1 million tokens of context. But here's what the docs don't make of this. At around 70% utilization, the precision starts to drop. At 85%, hallucinations rate increases. At about roughly 83.5%, auto-compaction kicks in. That means Claude compresses your entire conversation into a summary. It's lossy and you lose nuance. So here's what you do instead. Run /compact manually at around 50% with the focus instructions. /compact, then tell it what to keep. Focus on the auth refactoring and ignore CSS discussions, for example. Use /clear between unrelated tasks to clear context. Create a .claudeignore file. Works exactly like .gitignore. Add node modules, dist, log files, build artifacts, anything that Claude should ignore. Use /effort low for straightforward edits. This reduces thinking tokens, which are built as output, which is the expensive kind. And run /context to see the color-coded breakdown of exactly what's consuming your context. Okay, number 5. MCP turns Claude Code into more than just a coding tool. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's Anthropic's open standard for connecting AI to external tools and data. In practice, it means Claude Code can directly query your database, search your Slack channels, create Jira tickets, and read Google Drive documents, all through natural language. Setup is one command: Claude MCP at GitHub, and then -GitHub token, then npx command for the server, and done. For team-wide consistency, you can commit an mcp.json file to your repo root. Every developer who clones the repo automatically gets the same integrations. What's the highest value integrations for consultancies? GitHub for PI reviews and issue management, Slack for searching client channels, PostgreSQL or Supabase for natural language database queries. And of course, Jira or Linear for ticket management straight from the terminal. MCP tool search has been on by default since version 2.1.7. It dynamically loads tool definition on demand rather than preloading all of them at once. That gives you 85% reduction in context consumption. So you can have a dozen of MCP servers connected without paying a context tax. And if you need something custom, a wrapper around your CRM or time tracking tool, that takes about 50 to 100 lines of Python code with the official SDK. Number 6. Hooks that give you deterministic guardrails around probabilistic agent. This is the feature most teams don't even know exists. Claude Code hooks are the shell commands that fire at specific lifecycle points. Unlike prompting, which is probabilistic, hooks execute the same way every single time. There are 12 hook events covering the full session lifecycle. Let's start with pre-tool and the post-tool use. The pre-tool and post-tool use are the workhorses. A pre-tool use hook that returns exit code 2 blocks the action entirely. Exit code 0 allows it. 3 hooks every team should deploy immediately. First, an auto-formatting tool that runs your linter after every file edit. Never commit unlinted code again. Second, a security gate that inspects bash commands before they run. Block -rf, block curl to unknown endpoints, and of course block sudo. Third, a pre-commit quality gate. Automatically run your test suite and a type checker before any git command that Claude attempts. For enterprise governance, post-tool use hooks can send request metadata to your security system for audit logging. Number 7, custom commands and skills to encode your team's playbook. Commands are the simple version. Create a directory called .claude/command in your project. Add a markdown file, such as deploy.md, for example. That file becomes /deploy staging, where the argument replaces the arguments placeholder. You type the command and the Claude follows the instructions. Skills are the more powerful version. They live in a .claude skills with a file and a YAML front matter. The difference? The skills are the model invoked. Claude decides when to use them based on the description that you write. Both commands and skills can be shared via Git. Now, for consultancies, this is where you encode your code reviews checklist, client deployment procedures, PI description templates, and security guidelines. Number 8. Manage settings let you govern AI usage across your entire team. This is for the managing partners and CTO. Manage settings are configuration files that individual developers cannot override. You deploy them through an admin console, through MDM tools like Jump for Kanji, and through a system-wide JSON file. The precedence chain is strict. Server managed beats MDM, MDM beats the managed settings file, and that beats the user settings, which beat the project settings. What can you enforce? You can enforce lock model selection, force Sonnet as a default, and prevent developers from casually switching to Opus, which costs 67% more. You can restrict tool permissions, block bash access to production servers, deny reads of end files. You can control which MCP servers are available. On enterprise plans, you also get audit logs retained for 30 days, exportable to Splunk or Datalog, and optional 0-day retention when nothing is stored after the API calls. Number 9, a headless mode that makes Claude Code a CI/CD citizen. Claude-P and your prompt in quotes --output format JSON --max turn 5. It sends the prompt, runs the agent loop, and writes the structured JSON to a standard output and exits. That output includes the result, the model usage, token usage, and the cost in dollars. Use --allow tools to restrict what it can do. Use --max turns to cap how many iterations it runs. And the new --bear flag added in the version 2.1 this month skips hooks, plugins, and skill loading for faster scripted execution. Claude Code GitHub Actions hit version 1.0 recently. You can run install GitHub app in your terminal for a guided setup. It auto-detects whenever to run in attack mode, responding to Claude mentions in PRs or agent mode for full automated reviews. You can build automated PR reviews on every push. Documentation generated from code changes, migration scripts that run overnight, all using the same Claude Code engine, just without the terminal interface. Last but not least, number 10, agent teams are here, but watch out for the token bill. This is the newest feature, still in research preview. Enable it with environment variable, Claude Code experimental agent teams equal 1. What it does is you let multiple code instances share a task list and message each other directly. One agent handles backend API development, another one builds the front end. They coordinate through shared task status. It's powerful, but here's the caveat. Agent teams use approximately 7 times more tokens than a standard session. This is because each agent maintains its own full context window, so use them for genuinely parallelizable work, not as a default. Also new this quarter is the voice mode. Type /voice and use push to token over 20 languages. Another one is the remote control. Add --remote control and the terminal session becomes accessible from within the browser. So those are the 10. If you do 3 things today, do 1. Audit your billing setup. That takes 30 seconds. 2. Write a proper CLAUDE.md file. That takes 30 minutes. And if you are on a team plan, deploy managed settings, so you're not relying on individual developers making sensible choices. Everything else builds from there. If you're running a consultancy and you're not sure how Claude Code fits your delivery workflow, we offer a free AI readiness assessment. 30 minutes, no pitch, just clarity on where AI fits in your organization. Link in the description. If you found this useful, subscribe. I break down AI tools for consultancies every week. I'll see you in the next one.